Hello everyone and welcome to 3 Times a Gamer. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Basically, my wife runs a Disney channel as well as her own little gaming channel as well. But she's participated in something which is basically a tag video. So she's done a video and she's tagged myself to also do one on the topic that she did. Basically, it's a childhood nostalgia video answering 10 questions that are on the tag. I believe it was made by another channel called Two Vloggers More. And yeah, I thought I'd participate in it because I was tagged in it. Because yes, this is a gaming channel, and gaming is part of my childhood as well, so nostalgia does go into that. So I thought this was quite relevant really to the channel overall. So you have to excuse me for using my phone during some of this. I'm going to need it just for some notes about like the names of the each question and things like that. So let's get into it. So it's a childhood nostalgia tag, as I said. So it's 10 questions regarding childhood nostalgia. So question 1 is, what decade was I a child during, and do I think it's better than today or not? Well, I was primarily a child during the 90s, but also the early 2000s as well. Now, I would say overall, I think it was roughly equal to what it is now, to be honest. The 90s had some fantastic video games and movies, but it also had some terrible ones as well. So just like today, really. I would say, however, that I do think the 90s certainly had better children's TV shows than today. Not that I watch many now, but I think in general from what I have seen, the 90s was better. But that could just be nostalgia talking, it's not necessarily correct. I would also say that the SNES and N64 has probably given me the fondest memories overall of video gaming. So I guess you could say that video gaming was maybe better then. But then today we have games like, Bioshock's a little bit older, but Bioshock, for example, and The Witcher 3, which I'm a massive fan of Witcher 3, which you might be able to tell by the hoodie I'm wearing now. So yeah, I would say they're probably roughly equal to me. So question 2 is, what was my favourite toys as a child? Now, I don't think I had any specific favourite toy, but I enjoy playing with my Jurassic Park sets and Star Wars sets the most, I would say. However, I did also like Action Man as well quite a lot. Number 3 is, what was my favourite TV series as a child? So there's a few to note really, and it depends on what you class as a child really. So when I was younger, definitely things like Spider-Man, Pokemon were two very much favourites of mine. I've watched some of that recently and they kind of hold up still, I guess, but Spider-Man more than Pokemon, I would say. But then, I nearly forgot, I absolutely loved Digimon as a child. Probably more so than Pokemon. I absolutely loved that TV show. What else is things like Street Sharks I really enjoyed. Yeah, and then growing up, well, still a child, but as a younger teenager, absolutely loved The Simpsons. And Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, absolutely loved that. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So yeah, there's a fair few that I loved as a child and still love some of those today now. So next one is interesting, top 3 favourite films as a child. Now, this might be surprising, but my favourite film as a child was actually Terminator. I was absolutely obsessed with it at around sort of 3 years age, watching it constantly, as well as RoboCop and Die Hard. I used to watch those all the time. Yeah, they're not really appropriate for a child, but I enjoyed them. But early teenage years though, it was definitely Lord of the Rings and Matrix were definitely top spots for me. I don't really recall many animations being top spots as a child. I would say I'm much more of a fan of animation now than I ever was as a child. And yeah, I've realised I've now said 5 films, but so I'll leave it there. Number 5 is to tell you about a birthday experience. To be honest, I had birthday parties most years, but mostly it was just friends coming around playing video games, much as it is like now for me, really. So there isn't anything really to talk about much, nothing specific. So yeah, we'll leave that one there. So number 6 is favourite board games or video games growing up as a child. Now, this is quite a difficult one for me. I did play board games as a child, but I was never, as far as I can remember anyway, I was never one that was super into them. I remember playing, let's think now, like Cluedo, Guess Who, Buckaroo, and one with a pirate where you had to poke swords into it, and then I think you lost if you put it in the wrong hole, he jumps up. So I remember playing those quite a lot when I was a child, but I don't remember a specific favourite. I don't think I was overly into them, I was more into my video games. So favourite video games is still a really tough one because there's so many I've loved as a child. So I mean, just to name a few, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, but then there was like Tomb Raider, Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy 7 and 8, and then there's Mario 64 and GoldenEye and Ocarina of Time. There's so many video games I loved as a child, so to pick one specific favourite is really hard. I would say I would go with either Mario 64 or Ocarina of Time. I think it's very, very difficult, so that may well not be my actual answer really, but we'll go with that. I think as good an answer as any. So number 7 is to tell you about a holiday or vacation that I particularly enjoyed, I have fond memories of as a child. So for me, it was actually going for a week holiday in a caravan in Somerset. There's a place there called Cheddar Gorge, and I love that place so much. I've been there so many times. I go there quite regularly, and I actually even proposed to my wife there on top of the gorge. Now it's actually, I know that was a place that was a favourite of Tolkien actually, so I'm obviously following in great footsteps. Number 8 is to give you an example of something I collected as a child. I collected a few things. The ones I remember mostly are Pokemon cards. I was majorly into Pokemon cards. I didn't really do many actual using the cards in battle or anything, I was just more collecting them. I also collected Pogs and Tazos as well, and also Star Wars stickers. I remember having a Star Wars sticker book that you collected the stickers, and in the middle there was like a scene of Hoth, and you had some removable stickers you could pose around and put them into different scenarios. Number 9 is, do I still have any toys, games or anything else that I hold dear from a child? Well, there's not many, but yes I do actually, and I will show you some of those now. So from my early teenage years, I was majorly into dragons, so I did get a couple of presents of some actual nice dragon ornaments. So I've still got those, definitely. So I still have Star Wars Tazo set, a full set, including the special Doritos ones. I think you do get like an ID card, which I don't have in here. I think I probably have it somewhere lying about. 2 actually, because my brother had a set as well, he never completed, but he had a different ID card. I think I had Yoda, he had Darth Vader, something like that. So I've probably got them lying around somewhere, but it's not in this set. So yeah, I'll quickly give you a closer view. So I believe, if I remember correctly, it was actually to celebrate the release of the special editions on VHS. I don't really know why I've got it, probably just because you never know, maybe it might be worth something in the future, probably not, but it's still good to go back and look at it every now and again, I suppose. And there you go. So I've still got that from my childhood. I do have a set of Pokemon cards, so basically I've got them in a folder that has all of basically each different card I had, so I sold any duplicates of like the normal ones. However, I can't seem to find it, so I think it must actually be at my parents' and brother's house still. But I've definitely got them, just can't show you unfortunately. But yeah, I got a few quite rare ones in there. And finally, number 10 is, did I take anything for show and tell at school, or for the end of term or anything like that? Now, I think I did, but I can't remember what, and my memory is obviously really bad. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I think I did. However, something I definitely know I did do was I used to take my Game Boy Color into school for breaks. Which used to play Pokemon mainly. I remember getting particularly annoyed one time when another kid had accidentally kicked a ball in my direction and it hit my hand and knocked my Game Boy onto the floor. And I was really annoyed, and I was like, "You're going to buy a new one if this one's damaged." You know, he didn't do it on purpose, but at the time it felt like he did. But luckily it just had a small scuff on the corner, so it was all ended well in the end. Well, something I nearly did forget actually is when I was young is, for some reason, there was suddenly a craze of yo-yos at schools for maybe a couple of months or something. So I remember getting one of those during that time and playing with that on the break. It's really weird, I don't know what yo-yos suddenly come back for a brief time, but they did, at least around where I live anyway. So yeah, that's nostalgia tag videos. It's the first one I've done, and I know it's something different because it's a video game channel. But as I say, it's roughly relevant to video game channels because that was a very big part of my childhood growing up. So yeah, I was tagged in this video by my wife, so I thought I'd go ahead and do this. So I haven't got anyone else specific to tag, so if any of you guys want to either answer these questions in the comments or make your own video and post a link to it in the comments below, then definitely go ahead with that and I'll check them out. I'd be very interested to read your responses to the questions. I'll leave the questions down below so you've got a blank slate so you can see all the questions. So thank you very much to my wife, which I'll leave a link down to her Disney channel below and our gaming channel as well. And two vloggers more, which I believe are the ones who made this tag video. So thanks guys for watching. As I say, I know it's a bit different, but if you liked, then give us a thumbs up, and a subscribe would also be greatly appreciated. But until next time, see you later.